if a mistake has been made, or even if the customer simply believes that we've made an error. If a customer has a negative impression of Ameren regardless of who's at fault, or when a customer is facing a frustrating challenge, there is a way to diffuse that difficult situation and leave the customer with a positive feeling about the interaction. At Upswing, we call this approach the 6 A's of remarkable recovery.
You always apologize to customers because no one wants to be wrong. So, I mean, as a customer service representative, we have to be willing to take that burden on and say that we are sorry, even if it's not a mistake that we made as far as being a part of Ameren, if it's a mistake on the customers, and we still want to apologize and we want to educate them so that they know what to expect in the future.
You have to, whether you did anything wrong or you didn't, it doesn't matter. The customer likes to hear it.
It's just become part of my conversation with people. If it's something out of my control, I apologize.
Anytime we go out on a job, there's a situation where you're apologizing just to, like you said, not that we did anything wrong, but just to apologize for their situation that they're in, to make them, you know, kind of like I said, get on their playing field and help them understand that you understand where they're at.
Yes, I acknowledge a lot, whether it's just confirming information they gave me, but also especially when they've told me they've just got out of the hospital, or they tell me someone is sick in their family or has passed away. I always make sure that I acknowledge, because they want someone to hear that this is why I'm struggling, and they just want you to know, like, that I'm not a bad person, like, I'm hurting, and they just need someone to say, I hear you, and, you know, I wish it was better or it gets better for you.
You respect them, they're going to respect you back, you know. So you acknowledge them, they're going to acknowledge you.
The beginning of the call, we always say you're the parrot, because you're basically repeating what they've said to you. That way they know that you have heard what they said, you understand, and you're going to be able to assist them or address the issue at hand.
I'm a middle-aged woman, so I've lived a lot of their experiences, so I think that helps me empathize.
I put myself in the customer's position all the time, you know, especially if it's been, you know, any significant length of time. You know, if we got a storm that's lasted 2 or 3 days or longer, I mean, yeah, I could really appreciate where the customer's coming from.
You need to see their point of view too, because they don't know electric, and they don't know. All they know is they turn the light on and turn a switch on and the light comes on.
You do want to give the customer affirmation, because you want them to feel confident in what you're saying and that you're going to deliver on whatever it is you may have discussed with them, so that they don't have to call back.
I usually always, you know, try and tell them what the company is trying to do for them as far as, you know, keeping their power on and our electric rates and trying to keep them down. And
we always have a game plan or a plan of action. It's not always the easiest thing to think through before you help the customer. Like, they have a need, and sometimes you have to really think through, like, how am I going to help them? But really, step by step, walking through and letting them know, I can do this, and then this will lead to this end result, and then this is what to expect down the road.
But what I'm doing is assuring them that it's going to be safe, that they're going to be okay, that their power is going to be back on.
You always want the customer to be left with the sense that their issue was handled and it's going to be taken care of.
So we'll reassure them that anything that we do, the company is going to make sure it's fixed. If we make a promise while we're there, that they're going to follow up on it.
Yeah, you know, we have to do what we say and get it done, and you know, that's usually the end result is having their power back on.
We have weather, we have tree conditions, we have car pole accidents, mechanical failures. All these things happen routinely, but we try to stay on top of it and respond quickly when something does occur.
I give them a reason to trust. I don't just promise them, I perform it. I show them.
Over the years, our research has confirmed that utilizing the 6 A's approach reduces defensiveness on the part of the customer. By demonstrating humility and empathy, this approach also serves to create a personal, emotional connection with the customer. And when customers feel understood and cared about, they become more than just satisfied customers. They become loyal.